Because what we missing is we give someone all our power to think for us and we quit thinking for ourselves. We can only meet people fully where we have met ourselves. Remember that next time when you say you want a real relationship. Real relationships require that full mass to be on the table and off your face. And to truly be honest, we have many adults who were never taught how to feel safe. So they seek safety and validation outside of themselves because of a plethora of challenges that happened and occurred during childhood processes that never finished processing. So I ask you, what emotion from your childhood pushed you in a corner and you made a vow to not ever be again? See, the vows we all made is playing out on the big stage. Just look around. We can go protest and speak our minds. At the same time, that little girl or boy on the inside of us is asking us, will you sit with me to heal? That's our true shadow. Because what you're running from is the little girl or the little boy that you tucked away because everybody said they were too much. They're too wild. They're too untamed. You need to tame that down some. Oh, no, no, no. You can't do this in this room. No, 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 no. You can't do this in this room. You can't do this. And what they did is they made you small. And you so small now that you don't even speak up. I'm being commissioned to aid in the process by sharing how I overcame everything meant to keep me from coming into my true identity. I had to believe in myself first and then God. See, God is on the inside of me in my heart. But I had to find me first. What does that mean? I had to ask myself some difficult questions that were hard and they brought a lot of tears. And I didn't realize why I was crying so much. I was crying so much because it was the first time I really asked myself these questions. How you feeling? No, no, no. I don't want no BS answer. I want the truth. How are you feeling? And my body would just start acting up. And I was like, okay, now I know. Tense shoulders, grinding my jaws, eyes were closed. Why are you not looking at yourself? It's just you and you. And I said, okay. And that would be my answer. And I said, okay, now we got to find out what's going on. See, God is on the inside of us. And again, I had to find me. Like, why is that triggering you? No, we're not going past this and we find out why that's triggering you. It shouldn't even made you feel that way, but it took you somewhere. uh See, we're taught that God is on the outside of us and coming in the by and by. No, God is on the inside of us. Okay, waiting to be tagged into our battle. The battle is the Lord's. It's not ours. Okay. You see, Ephesians 6 says we're fighting against principalities, rulers of the darkness, and spiritual wickedness in high places. This is spirit being. That's why we use 2 Corinthians 10 and 5. I cast down every thought that exalts itself against the knowledge of God, and I bring it into the captivity of Christ, ready to avenge all disobedience. What? With Christ consciousness. How's your fuss? That's 2 Corinthians 10 and 5, just in case you want to know. This is when negative thinking has gone on so long that now it's the norm in society, or what the Bible will call multitude. The multitude is how society thinks on a whole. This is what every ascended master had to fight against: Jesus, Buddha, Hecate, Kalima, Krishna. Okay, call them all out. The mindsets of us who complain but don't want to change or do the work because it seems like it's so big. But only thing you get to do is just work on your part of the story. You don't have to work on everybody's part. That's why you're overwhelmed. That is not your job. Your job is just you. And it causes a dip in morale because you don't know how to get out. Why? Because it's ancestral or generational. So to get out, it requires one to get uncomfortable and get past the plateau of complacency. This is how we've always done it. Yeah, we get past that. And we get to deal with this thing that's been on this planet way too long. Racism, colonialism, imperialism. Because as we see, everybody's affected now. There is not one color of people that is not affected. Because what we saw play out on the big stage got everybody's feathers ruffled. So now you see, there is no playing with this. So to be complacent or complicit is saying you see it, but you don't want to get involved. So that means you don't want no change. But you say you won't change. But do you want change? See, these are the things you have to ask for yourself. These are the hard questions. No one can answer these for you. There are some freebies and a link for my podcast with the women's leveling up in May. And then I was featured in 3 magazines, September, October, and December. Check those out. Look at the description below to find the things that truly light you up and leave everything else behind. I cannot wait to talk to you soon. Remember, I placed the link to my own personal bookstore down there as well. My books incorporate the essence of God. If you want to feel the presence of God, read In the Garden with the Father, Understanding True Intimacy. Okay. Because true intimacy is when you spend time with God, not another person. I'm going to make, okay, page 36. You've grown and so have they. Don't fear, just go forward in faith. Meaning, let things go. When it's time to go, let it go. Okay? And then I also have my other book, Befriending the Shadow, Unshakable Peace, Unstoppable Change. Both of those books are shadow activity books. Okay, so you get a word of knowledge, then you get an exercise fun, then you get a shadow question, not so fun. So now you get an opportunity to sit and look at yourself. When you get tired of looking at yourself, turn to some more pages, and then you will see a color page. Fun again. Okay, so what you get to do is you get to color. And God asked him to keep it between the age of 5 and 10. Why? Because most childhood wounding happens between the age of 5 and 10. By the age of 7, it is solidified in your system. By the age of 10, it is really solidified. By the age of 21 and 25, it is now your responsibility to walk yourself out of it because you are considered an adult. You can use therapy or however you choose to do it. There are so many ways to get free. Okay. Then the fifth thing you get, it is 22 chapters per book. So you have a lot of fun. You get 4 pages of drawing, sketching, having so much fun, doing whatever you want to do with it. Because the closer you get to God, I'm just going to be honest with you. You start having Stranger Things moments or X-File moments where it is just, you try to explain it to people and people look at you like a dog and with the head cocked to the side, you be like, never mind. Until you hear somebody say, you know what happened to me? And you like, ooh, there they go. I can talk to them. Okay. Because it's hard to explain to somebody ain't never been there. No matter what your background, because God don't care about your background. You know why? Because he already knows the hairs on your head. Even if you just got peach fuzz, he know all them peach fuzz hairs. Notebooks and journals for all, coloring books that help in meditating and recalibrating the mind. I'm excited about this venture. Why? Because I'm in charge of my own intellectual property, even though I have a lot of books and a lot of product on Amazon. But only my special journals are on my bookstore. Don't forget the 105 spiritual laws that govern the earth. Don't forget also, we're no longer underneath the law, we're under love and grace. Okay. God's ability to get involved with human affairs. Don't forget to sign up for the newsletter for the juicy updates and the upcoming events. Don't forget about the Azure PDF along with the 400 various PDF, put them together and change your whole Sims character to this janky promoter game. Look at my new link for the school app. I'm just getting things started over there to get things together. Come on over and visit. I was inducted into the new class of Who's Who for 2025, Influential Women for 2025, Worldwide Women. And I forgot about what I was inducted in 2017 until I started cleaning up and started getting ready to hang stuff up on the wall. This is what I received for the work I was doing with my nonprofit, Refuge Women's Transition Center. I was helping women and teenage girls to come out of sex trafficking. I had a lot of help, and then I looked up, everybody was gone, but I was like, God gave this to you to be your nonprofit, so keep going. And then I was helping young girls, young teenage girls that came out and said they were LGBTQAI to their family, or young girls that came out and said they was pregnant and their parents kicking them out. I put them in teenage places so they could be. And sometimes I had room where I was at, okay? But if I didn't have room, I would just send them there. And because where we were at, the city where we was at, it was sex trafficking central. You don't do that to your child. And then people be out there, oh, my baby's gone. Don't do that. So then I also was helping domestic violence, and we lost 2 women because they went back more than once. There's so much you can do. You can't hold people against their will. Everybody don't know that, but you can't hold people against their will. It's against the law.